Hi, it's David Gomm in the Stained Glass Studio. Now, what I'm doing this time is I'm giving you a couple of segments that were bonus segments that I made specifically for our Kaleidoscope series. Now, I never put these up and they were never published on YouTube, and so I'm putting them together. Now, they're quite long videos. But what I'm doing is I'm putting one section, then there's going to be kind of a blank, and then the other section. And that way, if you decide you want to watch the first one and you get tired of it and you want to go to the next section, you'll be able to find it. Okay, I'm not going to divide them up or anything like that. Now then, after about 2 weeks, from the time that I put this video up, I'm going to also put up a workbook. Now, in order to get to that workbook, you'll need to go to our website, which is www.gsg-art.com. And then you can go to any page on the website, go down to the very bottom, and you'll find the footnotes. And right down towards the bottom of the footnotes, you'll be able to find the word Kaleidoscope, and you click on that and it'll take you to a special page. On that page, there will be a link to the booklet. You can get that for free. It won't cost you a dime. You'll love it. It's a good book and it's really in-depth. Then also there will be a listing of all the videos that I've made so far about kaleidoscopes. And some of them are really good and some of them are better than others. Eventually we'll put up one for the marble scopes that Jeannie developed, but there is a picture on the booklet of a marble scope, and so if you decide you want to do one of those, you can look at it and figure out how to do those. So anyhow, that's what this video is about. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you next time. I thought it would be fun to do a mixed color body tube, and so what I've done here is I've cut out the side pieces for my body tube. Then I've got a 1-inch kind of gray-white glass, and I'm laying it out . Let's see, I think I'll just like this, and I'm going to draw this line and then this line, and that's where I'm going to cut it apart. Now on this, I'm going to cut on this side of the line so that it fits just tight. So to do that, I will see. So now you see, I'll have this piece and it'll fit right in there. I think I need to grind that little corner before I can mark that one. Okay, now I'll do some grinding and some fitting. I'll cut this piece and then we'll come back to the soldering and assembly. So I've already done the third one and the second one, and now I'm doing the first one. And here's what I have to do. See, I'm using the pattern so I can lay all this out and make sure it works. And now I just mark there. Now I'll cut that glass and grind it, and then I can foil all these three, and then we'll be ready to solder. Okay, I fluxed this already. Now I'm just going to tack it. I'm going to tin the outside edge. That's where we were doing that hot glue work, I guess. Okay, now I'm going to do that to these others. Right, so now I've got them 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put 2 and 3 together. And of course I'm going to stand them up on the pattern. Kind of get them close. And I'm just going to tack. Okay, so you get the idea. And what I've done, so I've got it cut, and now it just wraps all the way around. Probably so it's nothing fabulous. It's just different. It's just a different look for your tube, and I think that it might give you ideas of other ideas that you might want to try, to make the tube more decorative. All right, that's it for that, and that was your bonus. Hi, it's David Gomm in my stained glass studio, and I'm showing you the steps that I'm taking in order to make some stands for the Kaleidoscope. Now, what I've done is I cut and glued up a bunch of wood here, and I'm ready to take it out of the clamps. Okay, so I've got the top clamp off. Wow, that one was loose. Must have loosened up overnight. Okay, now. That glue works. Okay, so here they are. Now I made these 3 wide because if I cut them here and here, they'll be the right width. What I'm doing is I've got these 2 beautiful pieces of wood, and I'm using them as my pattern sizes. So no special. And then this one, see, I only had that much walnut, so I put a couple of pieces of poplar in between. And then these are longer. Okay, and so these are longer, and they'll form the entire length of a base. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to put these bar clamps away, and then we'll start cutting these. Okay, I'm going to use these blocks. They're going to be used as my setup so that I can get the right width and the right height on all these others. Now, if I'd been smarter, I would have bought more walnut, and I would have made some that were 8 inches longer or a little longer so that I'd have them for the right size. And then I'd have some that were full length. But these will be great for the kind that I'm going to split in half. So that's what we're going to do here. First of all, then I set my block. I'm going to raise my look, zebra wood would cost me $8.99 for that little piece. And let's see, what's this called? Padama. That really still sounds like some kind of a Star Wars name. Okay, now see what's going to happen when I run this along. Just a little bit of the blade is going to catch on here, and that'll clean this edge up. So that's the one I want. Okay, see, I'm putting the blade just above the wood. That way it's not up so high that it's dangerous. It won't prevent, it'll keep it from doing a kickback. So that's really high. It's really scary to have your hands around it. So you got to be really careful. You might not want to do this. You might want your favorite woodworker to do it for you. Okay, let's see what we got here.
Can you use a pusher?
I can, but I'm not good on this. Now I have the safety cover removed. You should not do this with your safety cover removed. And you also notice that as I run it through, I keep one finger over on the other side of the fence, and that keeps me from, accidentally letting go and getting into it. Now I'm on these other walnut ones, because I want to split the difference on either side of what I'm cutting. I'm going to move my fence back some for the first pass. Okay, what I've done is I drew a little V, to kind of lightly tell me where I want to cut into this thing. And I've slid my fence over so that I could pretty much see that this blade now is hitting in the middle. So that's going to need to be a 30-degree angle. I know that I need it to be a total of 60. It's going back the wrong way. So there's 20. Okay, so now it's got to be about that high to be the right depth.
David thinking.
So now I'm going to go back this way. I told somebody if they wanted to have one of these, they were going to have to be here when I was figuring it out. 'Cause
That means I get one?
yeah. So I'm getting this up to where it's now looking like it's hitting the middle. I think now I'm gonna go get one of our body tubes a bit further. Oh, this way. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, I think, see how it's not quite level. There. Right there, looks like I've got it. So let's see, it says, okay, so it's a 28 degrees. And so I could probably go another 2, but I don't want to. And now let's see, this guy, we want him to hit right in the middle. It's gonna make that thin. So if I drop it down a little bit. This over some. And that isn't going as far. Okay. Well, I think I've got it. What do you want to bet I need to make it the full 30 degree?
No bets.
I like that. So you see how this fits, and this is where the bolt will come out for the spinner. So the spinner will sit about here and go around and around, and so that'll be really nice, and it won't fall over. It's really solid in there, and I really like this handhold, you know, with the triangle diving back away from the wood. Just have a real nice, it's just, I think it's going to be really well balanced. So now what I have to do, I'm going to make a couple of these that are longer. Now on my plans I had, you know, some that would have a piece of wood that was on top of another piece of wood. And then some of it we were going to split in half. When you're cutting this, you want a really sharp blade because dull blades might catch. Oh, that is so cool. Look at that, it's perfect. Sharp edge. I just can't be any happier about that. Okay, should we try some zebra wood, Jeannie?
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard. Oh man, sand that and finish it, it's just going to be gorgeous.
Pretty wood.
Yeah. That was a $9 piece of wood. How much would you have to charge for the stand? Charge $9 for that little piece of wood. This one's $5.99. And what is it? Adamine? I almost,
It's kind of red,
yeah, it's really,
orange.
yeah. It's got a little bit of kind of a waxy finish on here to keep the wood from drying out that the lumberyard put on it.
Pretty.
Ah, there's my price. Okay, let's see. Got to do this one. This stuff really paints up nicely, so I can just do anything I want with it. This one must have had a little bit different width on it. Maybe I cut it the wrong direction. Because you see how the V-notch went in a little bit farther. It'll still work, but that's strange. That's what I did, was I turned it the wrong way. Okay, so maybe each time I ought to check. Okay, so now I'm back here. Let's look here. These are two of them that are going to go on this particular, no, this block right here. See the bad green there? So now you can see it took all the paint off, but it also got all of those scratches out of it. So you're gonna watch me glue it?
I like the different colors of wood together.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. See this one here? That's got different colors of wood.
Oh, look at that. That is so pretty.
It'll look better when it gets lacquered.
Sure. Wow. So you've got zebra wood. Is this the Padua?
Yep.
Poplar? No, this is
Walnut and poplar.
walnut and poplar and walnut.
Okay, so here we go. Look, I've got a little bit of black there.
Gonna cover it, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
I'll never know where the Kia G is.
Now then I take this scrap piece and drop that there.
Ah, that's how you push it. Oh, you're so smart.
Then when that dries, then I'll use my sander on the edges and in between, and that'll be ready to
Love it.
lacquer it. And here are the finished stands. Ready to put a kaleidoscope on.